What? Bro, that's some bull! No, so I pushed the dude into the hole because he was a bot. I pushed him into the hole, then the player spawned in, took over the bot spot, teleported right there. 3 other players came up on me and killed me. Wait, I should have had a kill. What about me? What should I push? I ain't got the space. You're lying! Where did he even come from? It was a one-on-one. A test of skill. You know I can't do the running man at all. Like, I can't do my feet like how they do it, that little small step they take. I can't do that. Bro, are they seriously double teaming me? That's not that bad. I dodged! Oh, I got to dodge earlier than that. Team, can I get some assistance, please? Team, somebody get C! Thank you. Thank you, we got C. Alright, thank you. Whoa! You recruited him, coach. I just wanted to. But coach, you can't just kick him because of that, coach. You gotta have like a valid reason. Nobody, coach. I didn't say it. Uh. Time for some for honor. War start. That's what I'm gonna. I gotta. Never mind. Now I gotta have to. I gotta do. I gotta win this fight for you. I gotta say the kingdom. I gotta make sure. Hey, all right. I got right. In this world, currently Shadow must rally with his fellow troops in order to win the war to save the Shadow Kingdom. We see our hero currently entering battle bravely without a single ounce of fear. He hurries to the Overwatch lookout point in order to intercept any enemy. He sees the samurai who dares to challenge him in a match of skill. Oh God! Oh, hold up, bro. He then begins to fight back, swords clashing. He uses his special moves, the Shadow Strikes, the ones he learned from his time in the Shadow Academy. Do not ask why I am pausing, because we don't ask questions from Shadowland. You see two slashes across the samurai's chest. He then executes him with the hilt of his blade in order to show no mercy to this man. Alright. He climbs down the ladder, heading to point B to help his fellow troops fight off. There are two enemies. This idiot is still there. If it was me, I'd never mind. He's a smart person. He's skilled in battle. Way more skilled than me. Psych. But anyway. And he attacking his own troops. Okay. Anyway, guys, something new I want to try. I want to try recording my own voice audio for this. Alright? I got the idea, and there might be a rap coming out at the same time of this video. Don't ask, alright? Just know, after I started recording and realized I could record with my headset on my computer, I started, I know I'm supposed to be talking about the game, but who cares? I started thinking that I could start spitting bars. So there might possibly be a rap coming out at the same time as this. Alright, so don't judge me. But anyway, back to the story. The Shadow begins slinging his sword, slicing, cutting. No enemy seems to be able to handle his skilled swordsmanship. Let me pause this video that's playing right now before I get a copyright strike. You see the skilled swordsmanship. He blocks an axe. He tries to block it again. I blocked it. Just know my health went down because the block was so powerful. It drained my stamina. Is that minion behind me is like throwing hands something? He blocks it. Now, yo, run, bro. What are you still doing it, bro? Run! Yeah! 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 And that's the first time I was ever killed by a minion, folks. I was beaten by me, and then really, that's some BS and the strongest suit of BS-itude. All right, here we go. Shoo. So the Shadow respawns, but not even death may hold him back. He runs forward. He runs. He runs. I couldn't run this far. He runs. He gets to the B objective. He slices. He slices again. He slices. No enemy seems to be able to take his skill with a sword. He's as you see, the Shadow's power is unparalleled. The bout is plentiful. He's like, yeah, guys, I restarted, so if this don't sound right, don't blame me. I had to restart the narration. I was checking something, and I found out that the little humming sound, you know, let's get back into the gameplay. He hurries to it, and wow, okay. He's mid-air slice. Oh, those were pixels. Whoa. I'm gonna have to fire Watzone for this video editing quality. The shadow runs. He runs. He ran. He lets enemies walk by him. Okay, this is a true shot. He runs. Slices. Slices. Oh, that was back of the blade. Bring your chin, alright? Alright, here we go. The shadow runs. He runs. Really? Like, what was I do? I should name this video my reaction to my own gameplay. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Alright, I don't get. Oh god. He blocks up. He slashes. Yo, what type of teammate? Bruh, I'm surrounded and I'm sitting. He's okay. The shadow fights. He is getting kind of worked, but that is because he's fighting another shadow, a similar bloodline. Revenge. Only a shadow can defeat a shadow, so we now know that that was technically a shadow himself. Anyway, moving on. I got my knees there. As we await, our hero respawns from his death in order to continue back. Really? I gotta edit this? Alright, never. He goes. 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 Slaying all enemies with a single slice. Those who survive bravely continue the battle, but it does not matter. He launches an attack. Slices. 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 Behind you. Behind you. Run. There's two. He is brave though. The shadow will not run. The shadow can easily handle two enemies at once. He can take a whole army single-handedly with no type of fear. He can handle him as well. Three at once is nothing to a shadow. Yeah. Who's the shadow block. Thank you. The shadow can handle as many enemies that are thrown at him. There's no fear. The samurai may not take him in battle. The other two have retreated out of fear for his power. He goes back to that battlefield, wild hearts, slaying enemies. No. He snuck me. Alright, we're going to leave it at that. We're not going to continue with this combo. He snuck me. That's all there is to it. He snuck me. Snuck. S-N-U-W. He snuck me. The shadow has been picking up by his teammate. And in about the power, he slays the Viking general and slices off his head as a trophy. He then begins to fight the conqueror, the ruler of the Viking lands. For now, at least this tribe. It was his former ally, and then he went and helped and conquered the Vikings. In the dispute, the shadow comes out with his partner helping. The shadow displayed no honor, but the shadow can give two fucks about honor. Slaying every enemy that dares walk to him, he displays pure power and brutality. Even while injured, he continues to remain on the battlefield. Here he sees the Viking general who has healed, scars still visible. He begins to engage. The Viking general and him engage in single combat. The Viking conqueror watching to see one of his most loyal generals scrap it out with one of the best fighters in the universe. While the shadow must be cautious in his attacks. One more strike from the Viking general is death for any person who has been damaged as much as the shadow has. The shadow must fight with pure brutality, confidence, and knowledge of the Viking ways. The shadow blocks. The shadow retreats. Oh! The shadow was cheated. The Viking cheated. He clearly put some Chico. The Viking cheated. The shadow should not have lost that dispute, but should have won. No problem. Our shadow hero is being cared for by medics. 1 second till he is ready for battle. And there's the shadow once again on the battlefield. Scars still visible. Blood dripping from his body. But he has still yet to give up on his dreams of being the #1 combatant in all of the planet. He slices all enemies in his path. He begins clearing them one by one. They cannot hope to stand before his might. They cannot hope to fight him as well as he fights them. He continues his pursuits of battle, holding his own against the most deadliest of enemies. The Viking general once again comes to our hero. Fully healed with an ally, the Shadow allows the ally to fight, for the Shadow displays honor. He moves forward, viewing the Viking general. He chases after the general in order to get vengeance for his previous cheatingness. Both injured, the Viking general seeming more injured than the Shadow. The Shadow slices backward, displaying his swordsmanship. He allows the Viking general to attack him in order to even the health odds. The Shadow blocks the attack and begins counterattacking against the general. The general is looking weak, and the Shadow the Shadow slays the general, slicing off his head, displaying who is the better fighter. The Shadow then begins to run outside of the general's home and the entire base of the enemy faction in order to head to A point when an ally is being attacked by an enemy combatant. In single combat with two different people, the Shadow begins fighting the Conqueror, and the Shadow fell to his death. He slipped on the bag of eggs that was there. In case y'all didn't see, there was a bag of eggs. Y'all won't see it in the recording, but there was a bag of eggs. All right, I edited the footage. You won't see it, but trust, it was there. The Shadow returns to the battlefield, moving. Oh, victory for the Shadow! For even in death, he comes out on top. As he died, his soldiers fight, but we all know the Shadow will rearisen to show the enemy on the next battlefield his true